What you are about to hear is highly classified. Hey gang, welcome back to Zone 4. I'm back with another Marvel Now #1 review. This time I'm taking a look at Thor God of Thunder #1. And I finally got a chance to read this one. And I gotta say, I was pretty impressed with the book. I'm not a huge Thor fan. The movie got me more into Thor than any of the comics ever did. It's just not my thing. I did not read the Straczynski stuff, but I heard great things. Anyway, all that aside, I dove into this issue not really knowing what to expect. I mean, I talked to the guys and gals over at Dark Avenger Inc., and they really enjoyed it. So I was like, oh, maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see. Because Jason Aaron's work, it's kind of hit and miss with me too. There's a lot of writers that are hit and miss with me. Anyway, so this particular book is structured very differently because we see Thor in 3 different eras. We see him in the past, we see him in the present, we see him in the future. And I'm not sure if the book's going to continue to go down that same path, but it's kind of cool because the one thing that I didn't get from talking to the others was that there's this overarching story that flows through that particular timeline. It pops up in the past, then it pops up in the present, and then we see the end result in the future. And I'm not going to spoil all that because it's a very interesting story the way it unfolds. But we see past Thor as the young, brash, drinking, partying kind of, Viking god that he is, and that he's always been portrayed as, or that you always see that particular kind of character portrayed as. So we see that, and then the whole story plot starts there, and then we see nothing more about it. It starts, and then we're left hanging, and then we move into the present. In the present, there's a girl on another planet that prays for rain because their planet's dying, and Thor comes and helps them out, but he's questioning why didn't you pray to your own, and they say we don't have any. So he investigates this, and that leads into the same plot that was introduced in the past, and it pops up here again. And then we jump forward to the future, where Thor is all alone, and he's the only one fighting this certain threat. And again, it results from the things that happen both in the present and the past, and it all folds together quite nicely. So Jason Aaron is doing a great job at weaving the story together, and I'm very interested to see where it goes. Each one of the Thors, I mean, it's kind of a Thor for each kind of audience. And old Thor is really cool because he's battle tested. He's wise and weary, but he's forgetful, but he's a warrior, and he's got that maturity. Of course, present Thor is the same Thor that we always get, and past Thor, of course, is the young brash Thor that I mentioned at the beginning. So it's Thor for all ages. if you want to look at it like that. Of course, this is there's some brutality and innuendo and all that kind of stuff. So don't take that all ages literally, but that Thor for the ages, I guess, would be a more appropriate way to say that. But the art, it's Esad Ribic, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and it's beautiful art. It fits Thor very well. Even the colors, I forget who the colorist is, but the colors are kind of muted, almost but not quite a sepia kind of feel. It's more grayish, and it's more painterly, which fits Ribic's art and fits the whole tone of the story in all the eras. And the letterer also did a great job because the lettering slightly changes from era to era. And I mean, it's the fonts are consistent. You still get that Thor classic, old school Norse kind of font, but you get different caption styles for the different ages, and they did a really good job of making them relevant to the eras. So, all in all, this was a great book, and it was a pleasant surprise. There's no real complaints I have for it. I'm very much looking forward to where the story goes. So my score for this one is a 4.5 out of 5. And Marvel now continues to impress me and get me hooked. So I guess that's going to wrap up this one, and I'll be back soon with a review of one that I probably won't like as much, which is X-Men Legacy. Take care, and thanks for watching.
This has been a Gonzo Goose production.